This is the Tarot Love Reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Taurus, welcome to Alchemy Ascension. Let's see what's happening with you and your love interest. So I have your energy laid out here on the right side of the spread, Taurus, and your love interest is on the left side of the spread, with the mutual energy being right down the center. So we have some kind of tricky and heavy energy showing up in this spread, just as a fair warning. And energies can be reversed, so please keep that in mind. If you don't resonate with this right side where I have you laid out at, this may be your energy over here on the left. But it's looking like we're dealing with a kind of love triangle here where somebody's trying to sneak away from a long-term commitment, most likely a marriage here. I have you showing up in this current energy, Taurus, of the Emperor and the Devil card, which is the first two cards that came out together in the main spread. So this is Capricorn and Aries energy. You may be dealing with either of those signs. I clarified that, and what we got is the Empress. So here we clearly have divine counterparts, the divine masculine and divine feminine. We also have that clarified by the Four of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a really beautiful grouping of cards to have together if it wasn't for this character showing up and really spoiling that whole mix. So this is a clear sign that something's gone awry in this connection. There's something toxic, very toxic going on here. So trying to figure out what it was. These are all cards that really speak of long-term commitment with the Emperor and the Empress. I mean, these are a pair that are generally married. With the Four of Wands coming up as well, this is a card that generally speaks of commitment and stability around the home life. So it kind of echoes that same energy of there being a commitment. With the Ace of Pentacles, this is you. It could be you receiving this offer, but I get the impression that it's you wanting to make this offer. This is an offer for a stable, long-lasting future. In a love reading, I would definitely see this as you wanting to offer someone a beautiful, long-lasting commitment. Something that where the two people could really build a strong foundation and all of your dreams. This is something that can very easily lead to the Ten of Pentacles. So that's where you're currently at. Where we have your love interest showing up is in the Three of Pentacles energy. So this speaks of coming together and collaborating on something. It's working together with someone with a mutual shared vision. In this spread, I really feel though that it's more referencing this third-party scenario that we're going to see showing up here in these cards, which is what that Devil energy is about. The Three of Pentacles was clarified by the Four of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Tower card, and the Three of Swords. So what I feel is happening here, the most challenging thing I was trying to decipher in this spread is whether, because what I feel is happening, Taurus, is that whoever's on the right side of the spread, if this is you, you're trying to sneak away from this marriage and commitment that you're currently in to be with somebody that you feel is your true love, essentially. And I'm trying to figure out whether that person you're sneaking off to be with is here on the left side, or whether this is the person that you're leaving that's showing up on the left side. And I have a stronger notion that this is the person that you're leaving that's showing up on the left side. I believe this is your spouse. because they're here showing up with a broken heart. And what this is looking like is that they're currently sitting here in this full awareness that there's a third-party scenario going on. So this would be the negative interpretation of the Three of Pentacles, which can appear from time to time in spreads like this. And it looks like they have just had this shocking realization that you're leaving them and that you're ending their commitment here, which is represented in the Ten of Pentacles card. So this is telling me that the two of you most likely had a long-standing committed relationship, most likely a marriage of many years, or just some type of high-level commitment where the two of you were devoted to one another for a long time. So this came as a very traumatic kind of shock to the person that you left, and it left them here in this energy of the Three of Swords, which speaks of a really painful heartache that someone's experiencing that's generally caused by a third-party situation. So your person is really going through, experiencing a lot of emotional despair at the moment, the grief and shock of the ending of your commitment. And so it has them trying to, they're trying to recover here in this Four of Swords energy. This is a card that speaks of taking a time out to heal, to rest, just to try to restore yourself, mind, heart, body, and soul, particularly after an experience like that. So what we have here for how you feel about your person, your love interest, your thoughts about them, how you see them, we have the Wheel of Fortune that came out, and that's clarified by the Three of Wands. So this is telling me that you see your person as waiting for you to return. And if it's speaking to the third party that you're leaving your commitment to go be with, it may be that as well. It may be that you're seeing them as waiting for you to come to them to end this commitment. You see this character in the image, he's waiting for his ships to come in. This is something that he feels confident is on the way. He's anticipating this. He feels he has strong reason to believe that this is something that's going to come to him. So it could be either way. It could be that you feel this person, your ex, I believe you're still currently attached to them. You're in the process of leaving though. Either you believe they're waiting for you to come back, or the person that you're leaving them for is waiting for you. And that's essentially what the Wheel of Fortune is representing here as well, that you see that person as, in a sense, waiting on this destined event to take place. You see them as feeling that the two of you being together is something that's destined to take place. And so they're waiting on divine timing, essentially. They're waiting for this Wheel of Fortune to begin turning so that things can play out as they need to, or as they're expecting them to, for you to be able to be with them. Again, whether that's the new person or the old person. How your love interest, or the person on the left side represented here, is feeling about you, thinking about you, seeing you, is the Seven of Pentacles. So I really see this as a very similar energy here to the Three of Wands. This is somebody who feels that they're waiting in anticipation as well. This is someone who is contemplating what they've invested in, their time, their effort, their love. And so, they feel that they've invested a great deal into you, and so they're waiting on a return for that investment. And so essentially this is a card of waiting as well. So I believe that this person is waiting for you. And that's how they're feeling about the situation right now. What we have coming up for what you want from your love interest is the Seven of Swords is what came up. Now this is a really low vibe energy. It's one of the 3 lowest vibe energies in the deck, so this is really reflecting what's happening here with this devil energy, which appears twice in this spread. So it's saying that the approach you're taking, or whoever's on the right side to leaving this connection, is a deceitful approach, to be quite blunt. This is a card that speaks of lying, stealing, cheating, manipulating. It's doing something in a kind of underhanded way in the shadows and not being forthcoming about what your intentions are. So as you can even see how it's laid out here, you can see this character is just kind of sneaking away from this commitment that's represented over here. Taurus, if that's not you, this could take it either way. It could be you on the left side, and this could be what your significant other is doing to you. So for the sake of trying to keep the reading going quicker though for this love connection, I have to designate sides. So the Seven of Swords was clarified by the Six of Wands and the Eight of Wands. So what I feel this is saying is that you're wanting to sneak off from your commitment in a very kind of stealthy, calculated way, and you're wanting it to happen very quickly. I see that as what the Eight of Wands is saying here. A rapid sequence of events taking place, a lot of action. It can be back and forth communication. This can be a lot of passionate communication with somebody that you have intense feelings for, intense love, intense passion. And with the Six of Wands coming up, this is a card that speaks of victory. It speaks of public recognition. This, to me, showing up in what you want from your love interest, I really see this as you wanting to just move this. You want to expedite the whole process of you leaving that connection, because you see this, what you're moving towards, as a victory. This is something that you feel very confident about. This decision you're making. I mean, I didn't see here in this connection, but you know, maybe things really went south between you and your spouse, and so you feel that you need to break away. That's a really important point to make as well. One other way to interpret this could be that you feel that the commitment that you're currently in, whether that's a marriage or a high-level commitment, you may feel that that's a very toxic connection. You may feel in some level bound to that person, or that they have some type of a low vibe energy that's toxic for you. That may be why you're trying to sneak away from it like this, Taurus. So I really feel that that's a very strong possibility as well, because you definitely see leaving that person as a victory. So that would totally change the meaning of this. It would explain in a sense why you want to sneak away and do this in the shadows. If you're fearful of the person that you're involved with, you may feel that there's some level of risk or danger by leaving them openly. This could be even, you know, the devil can represent any number of negative or toxic behaviors. It could even be as extreme as that your spouse was an abusive partner. I hope that's not the case. Now for what your love interest wants from you, we have the Four of Wands showing up. So your love interest is really dreaming of this beautiful, happy, stable future with you. They very likely want marriage and commitment with you, with this card showing up as well. But they most certainly want this long-lasting love that's really built on a firm foundation, which is represented here with the Four of Wands. This is often considered a twin flame card as well, the 1111 card. And they really envision this connection as being a very happy, joyous one. This person is fantasizing and dreaming about the two of you finally being able to be together in the open, just enjoying time with friends and family, celebrating at home, being out in public, and just really enjoying the best of what love has to offer together. And so this is a really beautiful card, a beautiful energy for what they want from you. And it's very similar to this kind of energy. You know, there's a lot of celebration here, and there's nothing being done in the dark here in this energy. So what's interesting here is that this energy that you're currently showing up in, Taurus, I feel that it's in a sense split in two. There's the Emperor and the Empress and the Devil card. I feel that that is very possibly this toxic connection that you're leaving. We'll assume that it's a toxic connection. I think that the more I let that sit in my brain, the more that makes sense. And here you are currently knowing that your person wants this beautiful, stable, happy home life with you. They want to build this beautiful future together with you. And so you're wanting the exact same thing here, because you also have the Four of Wands coming up and the Ace of Pentacles, which is essentially when you offer someone the Ace of Pentacles, this is what you're giving them right here. This beautiful, happy, stable future where the two of you have so much security in the love that you share and the life that you built together. So that's really beautiful that the two of you are both echoing that energy. So it's interesting how it's coming up here in a sense as a mix. It could very well be that, you know, I lay these spreads out as love readings that can either be for a love interest or a love connection. And so it's possible that there's a mix here coming up of both energies from the person that you're leaving behind and energy from your new love interest as well. Now, what we have coming up for the strength in your connection, and I truly feel that this is the new connection that you're moving towards, Taurus, is the Two of Cups. So this is one of the best cards you can get, of course, in a love reading. This is a very beautiful card that speaks of a soul connection. It speaks of a beautiful, deep, profound love. This is mutual love. This is equally reciprocated between two people that have just an overflowing love for each other, that feel on the same page. They share the same vision. These are two people that can easily reach their 10 of Cups together. They speak each other's love language, is the best way I can think to express it. So you two have an absolutely beautiful love for each other, a deep soul connection, and you know it, you feel it. That's the strength in this connection between the two of you. It's drawing you continually back to each other. It's so powerful that you can't resist being together, and you're here, you know, doing whatever it takes to get to your person, because you know with a love like this, you're going to have assured victory here with the Six of Wands and the Two of Cups. So what we have coming up for the challenge in the connection is the Two of Swords card. So this is speaking of that place where you're at, a kind of a crossroads in a sense, where you're leaving your old world, your old life, and having to move into a new one. But it shows you for some reason, and I'm of course assuming that it's you or whoever's on the right side, because that's the person that's having to make this decision to leave. For some reason you're experiencing some challenges with this process that you're going through, and it has you currently feeling this state of indecision. And there's something that you're not able to see. There's a truth in this situation that you're struggling to see at the moment, possibly refusing to see. That's very often indicated here because she's blindfolded, and that's something that she could easily remove herself from. A very clear indicator that you really need to tap into your intuition. When this card shows up, the universe is calling for you to tune into your intuition to help you move through this clouded mental state, this confusion that you're feeling, and just let your intuition guide you to take the right steps. It may be that you're having a hard time and you're feeling stuck in this state of indecision because you may be either fearful of the person you're leaving, and so you're not sure which path to take to kind of break away and sneak away without creating possibly more complications or chaos in your life. There's a chance that you know that it's going to cause a tower moment, leave them brokenhearted, and you may be hoping that there's some way to avoid that or to reduce that collateral damage, so to speak, and keep things as pain-free and drama-free as possible. But that was clarified again by the Devil card, by the Prince of Cups. So the Prince of Cups is the Knight of Cups and the Tarot Illuminati, which is what I'm using here to clarify. And then we also have the Five of Swords, clarifying the current challenge in this connection, the conflict. So again, I'm feeling strongly, it's really just dawning on me as I'm getting into this reading more that is the toxicity. You're leaving somebody that you were in a toxic connection with, and that's why it's become a challenge here. That's why the Devil's showing up again, and this low vibe energy here of the Five of Swords. This is the challenge is this: you want to move forward to your Two of Cups person, to the woman or the man that you truly love, the one that you know you share a beautiful, pure soul bond with absolutely there's no toxicity in a love like this at all. So you want to be able to move forward with that love and offer them all these, this beautiful life here that you're here planning with the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Wands that the two of you want. But here's what's stopping you. This is why there's that indecision. With the Devil and the Five of Swords, these are two extremely toxic energies. These are the other two lowest vibe energies in the entire deck. The Five of Swords speaks of somebody that it can be on the mild end of the spectrum, just mind games and somebody acting purely out of ego to do things in a spiteful way that will hurt you. On the extreme end of the spectrum, this can go even as negative as somebody who's physically abusive. So it could be anywhere in that spectrum. Could be what you were experiencing in this connection that you're leaving in the past. And I really feel that message coming through strongly now, Taurus. So I'm so sorry that you're experiencing that, because it looks like it has you in this state of fear. I really think that you're afraid of leaving this person in the past because either they're going to do something to be very vindictive here with this Five of Swords energy. They're going to do something to try to hurt you, either to sabotage your life in some way, maybe sabotage this new connection, or it could be even as extreme as you're actually in fear for your life, for your physical safety. So that's what the challenge is here. Yeah, that's coming in very strong and clear now. What we have showing up for the most likely outcome is the Hangman. And that was clarified by the Ten of Swords. So the Hangman speaks of being stalled. Essentially, it's a continuation of this same energy where you're currently stuck in. The only difference is where here you're really struggling to see. You see where this person is blindfolded. You're struggling to see the solution, the truth, the reality of something. There's a solution there that you're failing to see. So you're stalled here and indecisive. Here you're stalled, but you're beginning to see now. You're getting this clarity. The Hangman speaks of getting new perspective on a situation. So I really believe that, there's a kind of enlightenment that you're going to be entering in the future that's going to resolve this situation, but you're not going to be able to act on it yet. For some reason, you're gaining these, what I perceive as solutions for this situation and how to get out of it, but for some reason, you're still going to be stalled and not able to act on it yet. This is a card of inaction, yet gaining new insight. And for some reason, it's going to leave someone in the energy of the Ten of Swords. This could really be, it could be all three people involved. It could just simply be, in a situation like this, this is sadly a very painful situation because you're here afraid to leave this person of the past. So you have this person that you have this beautiful love with, and the two of you are no doubt hurting every day, every minute that you're apart from each other while you're trying to leave that person in the past. So that's going to cause a deep amount of pain, which could be represented here. It is represented here in the Ten of Swords. And of course, it could also speak to the fact that this toxic person from your past that you're leaving is feeling this sense of betrayal. They're feeling that what you're doing is a betrayal, you leaving them. So that, keep in mind though, please don't lose faith. This is just a near future outcome. It's just the most likely outcome. You can always change. We have free will. You can change the outcome in any situation in life, It's just a matter of you gathering the willpower and deciding that you want a different outcome in your life. So, and since it's just the near future, this could just be your energy for the next week, the next 2 weeks. That could easily start to shift. Energy is fluid. It doesn't have to be a long-term outcome at all. That's what I have for you in the tarot, but I want to get one more message. I'm going to pull an oracle card from the wisdom of the House of Night and see if I can get any more guidance for you on this love connection, this challenging situation that you're experiencing. Universe, please give me one more message for Taurus, please. Words of wisdom, guidance, advice, please. Illumination for Taurus. Okay, let's see what we have here. So we have Grove. I'm going to go ahead and look up the meaning for that in the Oracle book here. I just want to mention too, though, I like to try to make sure to mention the signs that are showing up here in the reading. I know you guys like that, so it can be very helpful, of course. The only other sign I believe I neglected to mention is the possibility of you dealing with the Pisces with the Hangman energy showing up. The Knight of Cups, it's possible a water sign as well, or someone in those energies. And yeah, that pretty much covers it. Alright, so let me go ahead and see what it says about your oracle card. Okay, so your oracle card says, I, Nyx, the goddess of the night, invite you to my grove to heal your wounds and mend your heart. Now is the time to apologize to anyone you have harmed, make your friendships whole again, and choose healing over anger and pain. Choosing my beautiful grove is a powerful sign that you are at a wondrous and strong time in your life. Show compassion and kindness to others. No one is perfect, yet imperfection is perfect as it is. If you are hurting, know that it will pass and that I watch over you. If someone you love is hurting, take this time to be there for this person. The sacred grove heals all aches and pains, especially a heart that has been wounded. Wow, this is remarkable. I feel like these Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle cards are always on point with my readings. I really like this deck. So this is so interesting because this is exactly what's happening here. There's some really profound pain that someone's being left in. I'm operating under the assumption, of course, when I started the reading that it was the person you're leaving behind, but it's really hard to know for sure, Taurus, but somebody is needing some compassion, some kindness, some healing here, and the universe is definitely calling for someone to show compassion and kindness for whoever's being left hurting here. And you know, there's so many of you that watch these videos. I'm sure it's going to resonate different for each one of you, but for those of you who are not dealing with somebody abusive and toxic, and you're just leaving somebody who wasn't a bad person, then the universe is calling for you to try to be gentle and compassionate with that person. You're pursuing your true love, and that's completely understandable, and everyone should do that, right? But if we can go about doing that in a gentle and compassionate way, if you can go about doing that in a gentle and compassionate way, I really believe that that's what the universe is calling for here with this Grove card. So whoever is the one, and again, it may not be them, it may be your new love interest that is in need of your love and compassion. Maybe they're the one hurting because you're not quite yet able to leave that commitment. But whichever way it goes, I think it's remarkable. This truly fits in so perfectly. So those are all the messages that I have for you in this reading, Taurus. I hope that they've given you some clarity into this situation. But until next time, thank you so much for your support.